Hi and welcome back to Sense and Sensitivity. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about sensitive skin for babies because, as some of you might know from some of my more recent videos, I had a baby about 6 months ago, and we've kind of taken the approach that because my husband has sensitive skin and I have sensitive skin, we're just assuming he does too. And in general, babies are more sensitive to products, ingredients, fragrances, and all that kind of stuff. So I just wanted to share what's been working for us these past 6 months with our baby. So first up, first soap, and you're going to see a couple of brands that I'm repeating over and over again, and that's because they're affordable, they're clean, and they've been working for us. So the first soap that I really love, and this is an oldie but a goodie, is Dr. Bronner's. And this is just a mini bottle, and this is the hemp baby unscented Castile soap. So I love this. It's very concentrated. So we've had this since he was born, and I only use it for him. So as you can see, it lasts a really long time. And you know, my philosophy with him, with my son, of course, is less is more. And so I don't use a lot of soap on him. And I don't wash his whole body in soap, and I don't ever put soap on his face. Typically, he takes a bath almost every day because he loves the bath, but I usually, use the soap for bits and pits and hands, and then once a week we shampoo his hair. So with this, you really need 1 drop, maybe 2, and the bottle has a tiny dropper, so it's actually pretty easy to just get a drop. And that's sufficient to clean the spots we want to clean. I always do his hands at the end of the day because he's touching things and getting into things. But yeah, I love this. Clean, gentle, and it does the job. The other soap we've been using, and this is really the one we've been using more as he got a bit older and to shampoo his hair, is by Babo, Botanicals. I really like this brand. And this is the Moisturizing Baby Shampoo and Wash with oat milk and calendula. So this actually does have a fragrance, and I don't love it, but I had seen this product recommended by someone, so I wanted to try it out. It's kind of like a thick brown gel soap. It almost looks like honey, so I call it our honey soap, even though honey is not an ingredient. The fragrance doesn't last, and it has not irritated him. So I do use this a little bit as a soap and to wash his hair once a week. But I would be curious to try their unscented version. And those are the only 2 soaps we've been using on him with really good results. They never over dry him, no irritation, gets him nice and clean. But I would be curious to try maybe some bar soaps like the Osmia Organics Oh So Gentle fragrance-free soap. So we'll see if I pick anything up in the future when we're in need of soap. Okay, so after soap comes moisturization. And of course, for sensitive baby skin, and now especially in the winter time, and because he takes a bath every day, I moisturize him every day after the bath. I don't usually put moisturizer on him if we haven't taken a bath for some reason, unless he looked dry, but anytime he's exposed to water, after that I will moisturize him. So I have 2 moisturizers that I really like. The first is from Babo Botanicals, and this is the Sensitive Baby Fragrance-Free Daily Hydra Lotion. So this is a nice, thick lotion. This one is brand new. I should have brought the other bottle that's back in the diaper caddy, but so I'm not going to open this right now. But this is a thick lotion. It has shea butter in it, and it's really nice. It takes a little bit of time to rub in and absorb, but it's really kind of like rich and comforting, and my husband uses that on his face and really likes it. I've never tried it on my face, but I do also use it for my body, and it's nice and hydrating, and the baby skin is super duper soft after that, never any irritation. The other lotion I really like is by Pipette, and this is a brand you'll see me talk about more in this video, and this is their just fragrance-free baby lotion. So this is more of a milk. This is quite thick, like when you squeeze it, you're gonna get like a little dollop. It's not gonna run. Whereas this, and this one is almost empty, so I'll show you, is more of a milk consistency. Maybe in between a lotion and a milk. It's quite thin. This one does not have shea butter. It has very few ingredients, and the basis of all of Pipette's products is on squalane, which is an oil that is really nice and hydrating and very similar to our skin's natural oil. So it's generally believed to be very compatible with our skin. I use this one for myself a lot because since it's thinner and it doesn't have shea butter, it's more of that milk consistency, it spreads really well and easily. It doesn't take much to rub in. And because I like to add oils, especially if I'm using like a scented oil, body oil, this is a great one to mix that in with. But in the summer I used this on him and it was great. I like this one better for him now in the winter because it is a bit richer and it has that shea butter, which is an occlusive. But I really like this and I use this a lot on my body with great results. The other thing from Pipette that I've been using on him now that it's the winter is the baby balm. So this is just a mini trial size, which is plenty, and it looks like this. It's kind of, I guess, you might consider it like a Vaseline alternative, but nowhere near as thick as Vaseline. So if you need Vaseline for that thickness and protection, this is not going to do the trick. This is much thinner, and it's just like an oily consistency. But what I'll do is dab a little bit of that on his cheeks after I've put lotion on them at the end of the night, now that it's been drier and we're using, and I put it on my lips and my eyebrows. Now that we're using indoor heat a lot, and that's been nice in keeping his cheeks nice because we did get a bit of snow and his cheeks got a bit red from taking walks in the snow for a few days. So that's when I started applying this at night and also before we go on walks on really, really cold days to just help protect his cheeks a little bit. And I like it. No scent, minimal ingredients. I really like the Pipette brand. For oils, the only oil I use for him is jojoba oil. This is from a brand called Living Libations, and I spoke about this in my video about Living Libations. I really, really like their quality of jojoba oil. It's just really special and unique. It's hard to describe. It has a scent. It's unscented, but the smell of their jojoba is kind of like this nutty natural oil smell, and it's just this beautiful golden color. It rubs in really nice. And what I'll do for him is sometimes I'll add just a couple drops. So this comes with a dropper, so it's easy to add a few drops, a couple drops to the lotion to really give him some extra moisture. I also put this on his scalp, so always after I shampoo him, which is once a week, I put this on his scalp and brush it in. Other days, I may or may not, because I didn't wash his hair. If his hair looks a little dry, I will. So he has quite a bit of hair and it does get dry. So I'll do this a couple times a week and then always after shampoo. And he's never had cradle cap, and I just think it does a really, really good job of moisturizing his scalp and keeping his hair nice and soft, since he doesn't use a conditioner and he has quite a bit of hair. So I really, really like jojoba oil. It's probably the most recommended oil for babies. And you could buy another brand, Desert Essence, which they sell online at Trader Joe's, Whole Foods, a lot of places. That's a good one as well. And I use this too, so I'll add it to lotion for myself. Or I've also used it on my face, but I don't like to use it just plain on my face. It's not enough. And then I also use the Living Libations Jai Baby Oil. So I had to decant it because I broke the bottle. So it's just in a little plastic squeeze bottle now. But this is their baby oil that has vanilla, coconut, and a little bit of lemon. I don't use this on the baby because of the fragrance, but it's been really nice for me postpartum to have a little bit of a scent, and it's a nice comforting vanilla scent. So I'll put a little bit of this on after the shower, or again, mix it into the Pipette fragrance-free lotion to have a little bit of extra moisture and a little bit of fragrance for me. So I really like that Living Libations oil. And the majority of the base is jojoba oil again. Okay, the only other moisturizing product would be lip balm. So I don't use lip balm on my baby, but you could use this on your baby. So I did want to bring it up, and I use this for myself. I've been using it for years. It's the Osmia Lip Doctor. It's fragrance free, castor oil free for those sensitive to castor oil, lanolin free, and it's just like a big chapstick stick, but it's really, really nice. It smells like kind of like chocolate because it has cocoa butter in it, and it's safe for mommy, safe for baby. You can use it even on cheeks, brows, things like that. So in a pinch, like if I was out with the baby and he had a little irritation or was really dry, I could hypothetically rub a little bit of this on my hands and like pat it on his cheeks or something like that. I haven't had to do that though, but Osmia Lip Doctor is just really good. I really like that brand a lot as well. But they're a bit pricier, so I don't purchase from them all the time. Okay, Diaper Cream. So he luckily hasn't struggled much with diaper rash. So I do use these more as a preventative, but I'll talk about the one bout of diaper rash he had. So when he was a very little baby, he had for just a few days an acute bout of diaper rash that wasn't super bad, but it was still clearly irritated. And my lactation consultant recommended using Vaseline and an intensive diaper rash paste. So I do have Aquaphor. And so what she recommended to do is layer the Vaseline. And so this is, you know, it's a mix. Vaseline as in petroleum or mineral oil. And it also has lanolin, alcohol, panthenol, glycerin, and bisabolol, which I believe is from, I want to say aloe, but I could be wrong there. It's a soothing agent. So her recommendation was on a clean bottom, put a layer of Aquaphor, Vaseline, and then add the diaper cream on top. She said you could also do either one, but to really give like a nice barrier to the skin, because basically what's happening is the moisture from, you know, what goes on in the diaper touches the skin and irritates the skin. So on a clean, dry bottom, you want to create this barrier with these products. And as much as I like to avoid mineral oil, I was just going to do what she recommended, and it worked beautifully, no irritation, and the diaper rash really cleared up in just a few days. So a layer of the Vaseline followed by the Aquaphor diaper rash paste. So this is a really, really intense, thick one. Sorry, it's kind of messy. And this is 40% zinc oxide, and this does not have mineral oil in it. So I was happy about that. I still use this sometimes at night just to create a barrier before he's wearing a diaper for a longer amount of time. But yeah, so this is a thick white paste, and the combo worked really, really well when he had that acute diaper rash. So Aquaphor, you can get it at Target. It's a classic. What I use for him on a nightly basis is the Baby Bum from Sunbum Diaper Rash Cream. So this one is only 16% zinc oxide, so it's a much thinner formula, and I'll show you. It's almost like a lotion, and it rubs in fairly easily, much more easily than the Aquaphor, and it's just like a nice moisturizing product. So that's what I use on him at night before he's wearing his nighttime diaper. I put a nice layer of that on his bottom, rub it in, and you'll feel it is still sticky. It has coconut oil in it, and it kind of creates like that nice barrier, but he never has diaper rash, so I kind of use this as a preventative every night. I really like it, fragrance free. I really like this brand. I would be curious to try more of their baby products. The other product for diaper stuff that I had purchased and haven't really used is the Pipette Baby Cream to Powder. So this is basically their version of a baby powder, which a lot has come out that like the Johnson & Johnson baby powders are not safe. They've caused, I believe, cancers, illnesses because of the ingredients in them. So I bought this because he was born in the summer and I didn't know if he would be getting irritation from like his baby rolls. He didn't end up having a lot of baby rolls. He's just not a chubby baby. But I'm keeping this around for, when it gets warmer, if he does get any chafing. And if you are somebody who likes a baby powder, you can use this like a baby powder as well to keep them more dry. It's just not something we've needed. So let me shake it up because I tested it out. It's a really interesting product. Comes out like a cream, and then it feels very thick and a bit sticky and tacky, but once you rub it in, it dries and it kind of turns into this powdery, silky feel. So it's very interesting, and I believe the powder is from tapioca starch and arrowroot powder, which a lot of natural deodorants use as well to help absorb moisture. So I can't really speak to the efficacy of this product because I haven't used it, but just testing it here, it does dry out, so I think it'd be interesting. The last thing, and this is going back to hair and scalp care, is this is the brush I use for him. It's by this brand, Natemia. Just got it online, actually as a gift that I requested, and it's super duper duper soft. And so this is what I use with the jojoba oil for scalp care. I'll put a couple drops in my hand, massage them in, for baby, not me, and then brush the hair and really distribute the oils. And I do think doing this combination, I always brush his hair after bath, and I think this combination that we started from the beginning really helped to exfoliate any of the skin that was up there, that was ready to come off, which happens a few weeks to a month after they're born, and prevented any cradle cap, and has kept his scalp really healthy and his hair nice. So I love this brush. It's super soft, and he seems to enjoy it too. So that's kind of the roundup of sensitive skin baby products that I'm using. Other than that, I would just say if you are having irritations on your baby's skin, other things to look into are laundry detergent. The general recommendation is always using fragrance-free, so that could be, we use a bunch, like I love Molly Suds fragrance-free, but we also use the Costco Free and Clear and All Free and Clear, and we haven't had a problem with any of those. But fragrance-free laundry detergent is very important. And then the other thing would be fabrics. So babies are very, very sensitive, and some fabrics can be more irritating than others. So the general rule, if you can, is to pay attention and to use more natural fabrics or more natural fibers. So we're talking about like cotton, wool, depending on the weather, of course, even bamboo, rayon, things like that, as opposed to polyester, and especially if it's been treated for fire resistance. Now, I won't go into fire resistance sprayed onto materials and the need for that or not. I haven't really researched it. It's not something I'm concerned about personally, but I think everybody makes their decision for themselves. But if you are having a child who's experiencing irritations, that would be something to look into. Are there things being sprayed onto the materials? Are the materials synthetic that are touching their body that might be irritating them? If not necessary to avoid them per se, but that's something to look into if you are experiencing irritation. And those are things we generally avoid because we have tried some synthetic materials and he did get some redness and irritation. So that's kind of just our approach. Okay, I hope that was helpful for any of you out there with babies and kids or just sensitive skin yourself. You can use any of these products pretty much for yourself. I do and have been enjoying them. So comment below with your questions or if you have any products that you're really enjoying. Stay tuned for more content from Sense and Sensitivity. Thanks so much for watching. Bye for now.